Hello everyone! I hope you can hear me. So, welcome to my very first career coaching drop-in session. My name is Lisa and I'm also known as Job Coach Germany. So, because this is my very first live session ever on Facebook and Instagram, I hope that you all can see me and that you can hear me. So feel free to leave a comment and let me know whether you're here, who's listening. I'm always interested who is here and wants to know the information that I would like to share with you. So, wow, it's already the 20th of January in the new decade. I can't believe that already 3 weeks have gone. And I don't know what it is with you, but have you set any New Year's resolutions for yourself? Oh, I see there's somebody here. Oh, Farzan, hello. Well, thank you very much for joining in and watching. Feel free to ask any questions that you have regarding jobs and jobs in Germany. So, yes. So how is it going with your New Year's resolutions? For me personally, I don't like to set New Year's resolutions for myself. I rather plan a couple of years ahead and then just write down the goals for the specific year and then the quarter and then for the month. And yes, so actually I am very, very happy to announce that I've already met a couple of my goals for this year already. So one of them was launching this career coaching drop-in session. So basically what I do with my daily job is that I help international professionals find and land a dream job in Germany. Sometimes it can be very confusing applying for a job. It can be very confusing applying for a job in your own home country already. But then going abroad, you don't know what the customs are and what kind of requirements there are for your application documents and so on. So that's why I'm here, and I would like to give you a platform where you can ask questions. So I will be collecting, and I'm already collecting a lot of questions from my clients. And whenever I have a specific topic that I would like to discuss with you, or my customers are just approaching me and letting me know, oh, I have a question for you, then I will plan a session around that topic specifically. And oh, hello, there are more people joining. This is very cool. Well, thank you very much. Babuvnesh is here, and Matthias, you're here as well. Hello. Oh, yes. Manoj, you are here as well. It's very nice that you're joining in. Thank you so much. All right. Yes. So if you have any questions right now already, then feel free to ask them. I will try to answer the questions as good as I can. And you might ask yourself, why is this person talking about job coaching in Germany? This is because I have worked in different HR departments for several years, and I have been working with the recruitment process for several years. And I would just simply like to share all my knowledge with you so that you are prepared and more and well prepared in case you want to apply for a job in Germany. Oh, and Nisa is joining as well. Hello, Nisa. Very nice. Oh, I'm very excited. I'm very happy that so many people are joining me here. All right. So, yes. So basically what I do, I can help you all with your cover letters, with CVs, with job interviews, but also with some mindset work. If you don't really know yet what kind of job you're looking for or what kind of jobs are out there, and especially for the German job market, what kind of jobs are available, which jobs are the best paid, for example, and things like that. That's what I will be talking about during these job coaching sessions, basically these career coaching drop-in sessions. Yeah, drop-in session is basically like my office hours. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And if you don't know the question right now, then feel free to send me a message via Facebook Messenger or Instagram direct message. I also have a website that you can visit and find information there as well. And yeah, so the topic that I would like to talk about today is why it is actually important to prepare your job application documents thoroughly. And there are a couple of things that I would like to go through. And basically, the first one is it is the first impression that you will give to your potential future employer. And yes, I will just wave to some people here. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you very much for joining in. Oh, and there's somebody joining in on Facebook as well. That is very exciting. Thank you very much, guys. All right. So, yes, so your application documents, what am I talking about? This is basically one thing that is very important is the cover letter and your CV. The cover letter is supposed to be just one page, and the CV is supposed to be not longer than 2 pages, okay? So all in all, for the minimum amount of documents that you're supposed to send to someone with regards to your job application is 3 pages. The cover letter, 1 page, and your CV, 2 pages. Yes, and it is the first impression. So just imagine, put yourself in the position of the potential employer. Think about, does this person know you? Probably not. And yeah, especially if you're coming from a different country and you want to apply for a job in Germany, they probably have never heard of you. And you need to consider, what information would I like to give this potential employer that he or she knows I am the right fit for this particular position that I'm applying for. It doesn't matter at this point whether it's a position that has been advertised or you're just basically doing a cold call and want to send out your job application just in case they have an open position. All right, so the first impression, you only get this one chance. Obviously, you only have these 3 pages to put in all the information that you want to bring across to the employer, right? So it's basically like meeting someone in a cafe for the first time. Like, for example, you have a first date and you are actually trying to meet someone new. You have this first feeling, right? You have a feeling like, the first 10 seconds, do I really like this person or do I not like this person? And this is what your application does for you when you send it out. That's why you have to focus on preparing it thoroughly. So what does that actually mean? Yeah, so you need to focus on a couple of things, and that is, for example, the colors. I can tell you about a very funny story. One time when it was actually one of my very first applications that I've sent out, and I am a huge fan of the colors pink and purple. So I thought I'd make a cover page that is in the colors pink and purple. To me on the computer, it looked like it's very light colors and they are not very aggressive and not very loud. But once I printed it out, I was shocked, and I had already sent out this piece of paper that it was just all over the show with color blocking, basically. And actually, during the job interview, I mean, even though the colors were very, very weird, and I never use those colors again for my job application documents, but the employer still invited me, and during the job interview they asked me what I was thinking using colors like that. So even if you use colors like that, you need to be prepared that somebody might criticize you for those colors, okay? So everything needs to be thought through. If you're applying for a company that is like a designing company or a new startup, think about using the colors that they have, because that just, it gives them a good feeling. It looks like you have actually researched the company and that you know what their colors are. So this is something that you can think about. But plain and simple is just black and white. That is fine. Black and white. These colors are always good to use. And then there are further colors that are, yeah, thought of as business colors, which are blue, brown, and black. So these colors can be used as well, and they still look very formal, very polite, and very professional. If you want to go for a job and, for example, apply as as a designer yourself, then obviously you can exaggerate and you can just do your own thing. But normally, if you, for example, apply for a job as a software development engineer or something like that, just stick with the business colors. I would always suggest to do that. Yes. Then another thing is the style or the format. Please be careful to use just one kind of style. So you need to have two addresses on the cover letter, for example. You need to have your address on top and then the address of the receiver. So basically the company and the person that you're addressing. And then you need to decide what kind of font you want to use, right? So stick with one font, that's fine. Oh, there is somebody else joining in. Hello, Mojo. Very nice that you're here. All right, so I was talking about the style. Stick with one font and please remember to use the same font on your cover letter and on your CV. Then as well, the cover letter needs to be signed on the bottom. So please also sign your CV on the bottom of the page, okay? And it needs to be consistent. That is what is most important. Yeah, you can decide whether you want to use something like a font like Times New Roman or Arial. That is basically up to you, but I just tell you, don't use anything that is like a descriptive scripts or something like that looks very fancy and that nobody can read, okay? Just stick with normal ones, normal fonts. All right, yeah, maybe you can leave something in the comments and let me know what kind of font you prefer. And maybe you have already written a couple of application documents, and then just let me know what you prefer. Which colors do you prefer? Which format do you prefer? Which font do you prefer? All right, then something else that is very important is research, research, research. I cannot stress this fact more than just repeating this word 3 times. When I was applying for my very first official job that was not next to university, I decided to, it was very important for me, and obviously applications are kind of important if you really want to have that job. Then I just locked myself into the room and researched for 2 days all of the facts that I could find about the company. And then I was just researching the history of the company, the values of the company, their mission, their vision, and all of these things, because these are things that you can use for your application already, but this is something that you need to know already if you are being invited to the job interview. And it's also very good for you to know about these things, because you will get a feeling whether you think you are the right fit for the company. Maybe you find out something that you don't like about the company, and then you don't need to prepare your application documents anymore. So that's sometimes saved there already. Yes. So yeah, what else can you research? Something that I always find very important to research is, what does the company do for their employees? So I'm looking for something like certificates or awards for being the best employer of the year or something like that. It doesn't have to be a very big company. It can be a small company, but look for projects or specific perks that the company is often offering for their employees, because this is something that you can then put into your cover letter. The reasoning why you are applying for that specific company and that specific position. All right. Yes. So, and then the last point that is very important and that I've mentioned before already is the consistency. So you need to stick to the same things, not only style-wise, but also content-wise. So what you're explaining in your cover letter needs to be shown in the CV as well. You don't have to repeat all of the information, but for example, if you are explaining that you know that you have very good knowledge of Microsoft Office, then you need to put that into your computer or IT literacy part as well in the CV, okay? So it needs to match up so that the employer or that the recruiter that is actually reading your application documents knows, okay, this person is not telling me any lies. It makes sense. It is consistent. I can see it in the cover letter. I can see it in the CV. It makes sense. All right. So then I would just simply, I have to go through a couple of these comments that I can see here. Okay, so one of the comments said, okay, I am using CeraVec as a font. So I've never heard of that before, but that sounds very interesting. I will look that up. And actually, I think it'll, yeah, I'm pretty sure that it's very good to use for a for the application document. I can use that font or I will prepare a document where you can see different fonts and then I can like give you a thumbs up, that's okay or not. I've actually never heard of that CeraVec, but I will look that up and let you know later on. All right, let me just quickly take this phone in my hand. I just need to have a look whether, okay, there are no comments on Facebook, that is fine. So I'll just repeat quickly why it is very important that, okay, so modus writing, there are different styles of CeraVec or CeraVec, like light, medium, regular. Yes, of course. Okay, I see. And which one are you using, light, medium, or regular? So for example, when I'm using Arial, just in general, then I'm using the regular one and nothing or nothing bold or something like that. Something that I've seen on websites a lot is Lato, and there's light as well, but you need to be careful with light versions of fonts as well, because it's sometimes very hard to read. And then obviously you need to think about the colors that you're using for the text as well, so that you can read it properly. Okay, so let's get back to the wrap up. So your application documents are the first impression. It's like giving a handshake to your potential future employer. Then this is the only thing that can convince your employer to invite you to the job interview. Yeah, once you get invited to the job interview, you don't have to worry anymore. But this is the only thing, okay, and that you need to remember. Having the, preparing your documents properly, and then the employer might invite you. Once they invite you, you don't have to worry anymore. But this is the first impression. And then the things that you need to focus on are 5 things: the color, style and format, the font, research, and consistency. Okay? All right. So then there's, Manoj is asking for a German resume format. Of course, I can do that. I will share a link down below the video with you all on my Facebook group though. So, or on the Facebook live video, something that you can, that is very helpful. I will write that in the comments really quickly. And this is something that is called Karrierebibel. So it's basically like careerbible.de. There you can find all kinds of resume formats, and you can find, these are actually also for free. I don't know whether you can find the website in English. So if you have any questions regarding that, just feel free to contact me and let me know. But there you will definitely find some templates that you can use, or you can make up your mind already. And they are very fancy because nowadays the application documents are prepared in a more modern style, which I personally like a lot, but some people don't feel comfortable with that, and that is totally okay as well. So a classic table style CV is fine as well. And Manoj, if you need that classic table style CV or resume format, let me know. All right, you can send me a direct message. All right. Do you have any more questions? If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me or send me a message. If you want to have even more input, then feel free to join my private Facebook group that is all about the insights of Job Coach Germany. So yes, so basically I'm very happy that so many people showed up. Thank you very much for participating. And if you have any questions tomorrow or during the week, just feel free to send me a message. And that's it for today, and I hope I'll see you next Monday again, the same time. Okay, thank you, bye!